And I'm finding right now I am just not, and it's not a bad thing. I'm just not, like when I was using drugs, I was just able to just do these videos real easy. I had, I don't know, it's not a good, I mean, I guess it would be a good thing if this is my living or something. It would be better if I was like on drugs, but I guess I look at it as a good thing that I can't sit down and talk about things. And it's just like I'm not. I realize I'm a lot different person than I was. By a lot, I'm actually kind of a shy, quiet person. I suffered from some severe crippling depression in my late teens and my early 20s. I mean, serious, bad. I would stay up and I'd sleep. I would I would just I wasn't a good fun person. I had to use drugs to do shit, and like I just I my parents did the best they could for me, but they also needed to teach me some shit. They needed to teach me that I don't get out of life with a paycheck. I don't, like, just because I want something, don't give it to me. I I'm learning. It took me a long time to learn that. I'm just now learning, and life is fucking hard, man. I'm working hard work, and I'm enjoying. Now I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying, like I used to be, just so many keys, and I like even getting to the gym. I gotta work, I gotta be exhausted, and then I gotta clean up, and then I gotta I gotta catch 2 buses in order to get to the gym, and I'm exhausted already, and then I'm working out. Then I have to come take 2 buses back, and then I'm like going in the store, and I'm like, what? I keep a tab on what I'm buying now. Like if I see something, I'm like, that's out of my price range. I'm working. I'm using only my money. I'm not. I I said when I get out, I'm gonna get out and start making some waves in the world. I don't want to end up like my brother or sister. He was just messaging me the other day. Man, I see where I was, and it's drugs, and it's also he's got more of a mental health problem than I do. My mental health problems aren't that bad. They're just they're they get it. I get like that because when I get down and party, use drugs and alcohol, I go way hard, way too much. I go stupid. But I'm enjoying it. It was nice getting whatever I wanted, but it wasn't satisfying. It wasn't where I needed to be. It was one thing I was lacking. It was the fact I couldn't. I was just like, yeah, having everything. It made life good, but it didn't make it. Like now I'm grinding. Now I'm becoming that person. I'm also getting kind of slick with how to use the system to my advantage. Right now I'm making good cash money, but I'm also with my landlord is really slick with that shit. So now I'm getting some assistance. I'm getting public assistance. Where they're working on me getting my shit together, and they're gonna have an access. I'm gonna have access to a house eventually for me and my son. That's what this whole thing's about. is getting off the system, getting off of, I don't want that. I want to be my own person. And the shitty part about it is, if I would have known how important it was, I just was. Right now I'm looking at it and I'm just like, man, if I look at it the way I can see it now, sober-minded, I'm like, I see why, I've been so alone. I've been able to get girls here and there, and they've tried to motivate me and tried to get me to do shit, and I never did. I never, it was a big character flaw. And now, now that I'm trying to, because the thing about society is, they want to help you if you help yourself. They're not just going to give you anything. I did hate getting on the bus and everything, but now I'm starting to enjoy it. I run into the same people that are going to their job around the same time, and I'm just like, hey, what's up, man? We'll start talking about shit. Start, and you realize, and then they're on the bus with their cat food or their dog food and their big container to take home, and they're carrying it. Their big food, they're carrying it on the bus. They don't get to just throw it in the trunk. They don't have somebody. And I came from that, and I'm having a hard time even knowing the bus schedule and how to even work it. I'm just too embarrassed. My first day out, I was too embarrassed to ask anybody. Where does the bus go? How do I get it? I didn't know how to do it. So I walked 8 miles, and then my eyesight ain't so good. I ended up accidentally passing where the program house that I'm in by 7 miles. So then I had to walk all the way back and get this. Your brain goes and you're in the walking mode, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired, it's hot, and I'm like thirsty as shit. I was having a real bad day that day, and then I passed it again by 2 miles. So I passed it twice. So then I went home, and I started looking up how what bus I gotta take and all that. And I was reluctant to just quit. When I was walking, I was like, just take it, you're not cut for this, you're not built like that, you're tough, but you're not like that. I had all these things in my head that were saying, just stop. I was in an argument with my family. I was just like, well, just call them and tell them you need help. Just find the easy way. But then, as clear as I was having those thoughts, I had this other thought that was like, fuck that. Nah, you ain't built like that. You ain't built like that to quit. You're the man. Keep going. And then after that, everything came pretty easy. If I do need some help, I do call. But I don't. But it's not. I'm using my own money. I'm working. I'm doing landscaping. And and I got a tan from it too, from doing it. But I'm doing a good job. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself and everything I'm doing. Seeing a therapist, and he said, and I don't like hearing it, but because I like to, you got to keep telling me. That's why I would fake it till I made it all the time, and pump my chest up and say I was the shit and all this. I wasn't the shit. I was not. I was a joke. Next thing I want to do is I want to find somebody. I want to find somebody that can treat me good. And they got to know how to motivate me. They got to they gotta make me work for it. You can't just give it to me. You gotta make me work for it, or else I won't appreciate it. You gotta make it somehow possible. You can't just make me. You can't just take me. Like, if you just take me in for too long, then it's even worse. Then it's like, one thing if you're hard to get, it's another thing if you're impossible to get. I will work halfway. Be nice, and I'm gonna start looking for real. I'm gonna find somebody. And before, I wasn't gonna find anybody worth it. I wasn't the person that I can get. I wanted to get. So the people I could get a lot of times were selective on not being the best people, because I wasn't the best people. But now I'm good. So I know the person I find is gonna be smart. I'm gonna find them, and I want to have kids. I want more kids. I love my son so much, and I want more kids. If somebody has other kids, I'd love to be dad. I'm good at that. I'm real good at that shit. I can love any kids as my own. So I'm gonna start looking for somebody, I think. But then I think about the other shit, and I'm like, man, I've got so much on my mind right now, and so much shit on my plate. How am I gonna find anything? I do these YouTube videos because I'm on curfew now. Late. I started this for a stupid reason. I started this to try and get a woman, and I'm just like, no, it's just be smart. And now I like looking at these because I like what I've been posting. It's just maybe not the life of the party shit, but I can look at it and I'm like, man, I like myself. I like how I sound. I'm doing good. And now I'm gonna get my son back. I can't wait to spend some time with him. It's been a while, but that's where I'm at right now in my life. I'm just gonna figure out something.